What's up, guys? So since some of you enjoyed that last Crave video, I decided to put together another action-packed one. I hope you guys enjoy it. So I found this cool little cave and only a couple meters of water, and of course, I dove down to check it out. It was a pretty deep cave, which also had another entrance on the other side, which I later started to use, as there was a big cray sitting not too far from there. So I caught my breath and dove down through the other entrance of the cave, battling the swell as it was quite a rough day. Eventually though, I made it into the cave and poked my head around the corner to get a better look at it, while trying my best not to spook it. I saw that I had a lot of space to back up into, however, I was feeling pretty confident that I could just grab it before I had the chance to react. So I slowly moved my hand in and went for the grab, but classic me, I missed it completely and it backed up. There was no way I could reach from that side. So I headed back to the other entrance of the cave to see if I could get a better look at it and come up with another plan of attack. I decided that my snare would probably be the best option. So once again, I slowly approached it, and this time I was really trying not to spook it, as I knew it was already aware of my presence. But I was also heaps conscious of the fact that I was diving in a cave alone, as obviously there's a lot of possible things that could go wrong. At the time I was with Nathan, who was very new to diving, and although he was watching me from the outside, I knew he wasn't going to be able to pull me out if something went wrong. So I made sure not to push my breath hold, just in case something went wrong and I needed that extra bit of oxygen. At the time as well, the tide was really starting to rise, causing the waves to start breaking over the top of the cave, making it heaps swelly and dangerous. So I really had to try and time my dives between the sets of waves, as you know the last thing I wanted was to be trapped in the cave, as literally a few minutes before this, one of my fins had actually been ripped off my foot and sucked into the cave. In hindsight, ideally this is a spot you'd be wanting to dive at dead low tide, where the waves won't be washing over the exposed reef. However, the tide was rising fast that day, meaning I didn't have much longer. You can really see how strong the swell was, as I actually moved my torch in the cave, which is reasonably heavy. You can see why, as right above me there was an opening in the roof of the cave, which the water would just rush through. So at this stage, the cray was already very skittish, making it even more difficult to get the snare around its antenna. But I already had spent almost an hour on this cray and really didn't want to give up. In the end, sadly I had to make the call to move on, as the conditions were worsening. And I also got to constantly remind myself that no cray or fish is worth my life. However, this is not the end of this cray, as I'm not going to give up that easily, so keep watching. I moved on and managed to get a couple smaller crays. So a week later, I returned to this spot at low tide and checked the cave, and the big cray was still there. The only difference is, this time I brought along Daniel's backup, which made me feel a lot more comfortable in pushing myself, as I knew he would be able to rescue me if something went wrong. Well, I hoped he could.
Oh, it's there! Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Unfortunately, it backed up real deep after that. However, I still spent a while longer trying to get it out, but it was just too far in. So in the end, I decided it deserved to live if it's managed to survive 2 weeks of me in a row. So we moved on, and Daniel found a very nice cray that would have been around the 3 kilo mark. I couldn't let Daniel have all the fun, so I also got myself a nice one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, I would really appreciate if you could give it a like, as it seriously does help with the YouTube algorithm. But until then, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.